This is a video on the Tracé jaune, the yellow route, number 7, up Saint Victoire. Here's the website I used to get some information on this route. And it's got quite a long chain section. Here's some YouTube clips I've found. This guy's video is quite interesting, entitled Pasta Berger.
Présent pour ceux qui préfèrent contourner cette difficulté.
And he's got a pretty good technique going up, leaning back. Anyway, here's the refuge to Cézanne, where you leave the red trail and start heading on the yellow markings. There on the map where the yellow splits off, and it starts off pretty simple. Nothing dangerous. Following the markings. And the first major difficulty is this chain section, and there's an option to go around it, but if you can't do the chain section you can't do the rest of the climb, so you have to try it. And it's difficult.
It's difficult.
I don't suggest using your knees. I suggest leaning back like that and pulling on the chain. Just like this guy, leaning back, having faith in the chain, or wearing a bike helmet. I'm totally okay with bike helmets if you're climbing up here.
Okay, I had to put the camera away.
So anyway, we got up it. Had to put the camera away, it was that sketchy.
You actually
Really have to lean
back.
back and trust the chain.
Like that.
And put your legs either side of the chain, that
Yeah,
helps.
natural.
When you get to the top, it continues to be
Okay.
sketchy. Don't fall. You don't want it to be windy or wet either. That's not going to help. And the markings are every 5 to 10 meters. It's very well marked. The yellow line there pointing to the up and left to go left. This next yellow line is straight to go straight up. And you can see we are using our hands because it's climbing. Another marker, very well marked. So that first difficulty was the chain section. And once that's done, there's a nice rock formation to look at. Probably an old tree from when the large forest fire was there. There's some nice bonsai-esque foliage around. Quite a few death drops as well. And I'm calling this Green Boots' cave.
I think that's where Green Boots died.
And once we're around there, difficulty 2 starts. Which is kind of like the point of no return. I think once you start going up here, you don't really want to be going back down here. And the climbing's not too difficult, it's just you don't want to be falling in around here. There's a cross up there on the right. I guess this would be difficulty number 3 if you want to number them. Again, it's not difficult climbing, and it's not that slippy because it hasn't been trampled on by tens of thousands of people like the other routes on the mountain. But you really don't want to fall. The bike helmet guy had the right idea. So double check your hand positions, double check your feet. Try and have 3 points of contact and it should be okay. You can see it's quite a fall.
Nice, look at this. Nice bush too.
And that's the third difficulty dealt with. The weather forecast for this day was rain, so I wanted to get this climb done before the rain came. I had about 5 hours in hand, so there wasn't any risk. And it's pretty scary for me. I don't want to fall.
How am I going to get out there? Where do I go from here? As in, cross your fingers.
This bit wasn't a difficulty, but it was important to take my time because falling would have been really nasty here. Don't want to fall in this section. So steady as she goes.
Okay, how was that? That was like...
This across. Another nice piece of bonsai. Now this is difficulty number 4. And probably the hardest bit. Slippy on the sides. And it's got this big rock. And I found it's best to kind of straddle around it. I couldn't film while doing it because the camera's in my mouth. Didn't want to drop it. So kind of straddle that. Here's a guy I found on YouTube giving it a go. Yeah, he's struggling. It's really not easy, and if you fall, yeah, it'll be nasty. There's another video. There's a few clips of it.
Straddle the rock.
And yeah, I had to put my legs around it and just pull myself up with my arms. So difficulty number 4, probably the hardest bit. Got my camera back out of the bag, putting my bag back on. Look at that drop. And we continue using our hands.
Fucking hell. Nowhere. Right or left? Oh, right, fuck.
By now I just wanted to get to the top of this thing. Just have to be really careful.
Okay.
I choose to go on a higher line up here. It looked a bit of a better option. Climbing up a little bit and then going across. And I'm saving the number difficulty 5 for the last section. So this is just climbing up. This isn't a difficulty. And I'm going to call this whole section difficulty number 5. And if you've got this far, the only way is up. And you go across to the right a bit, and then you cut back left to get into the groove. There's the marker saying go left. I'm scared of heights, so this was fun. The camera's in my mouth at this point. And you have to get across left into the groove again. So the first difficulty was the chain, then there was a rock section, then there was a third steep rock section. The fourth bit was getting around that boulder, which was like an overhang. And this is number 5. It's a long, steep section that you don't want to fall on. And it gets easier near the top, but then the drop's bigger. But when you get to the top, that's it, it's all finished, so keep on going. Steady pace. And we're there. And the yellow route joins up with the blue route from the dam and past the Berger and all those red ones. But that's the top of the yellow line. And I'm not going to take any risks going up straight up that bit. I'm going to go around this bush because it looks this way. And yes, it is that scary being there.
I'm survived. Never again. Never again. Well, maybe once again. That wasn't the kind of fun most people enjoy. I'm happy to be alive.
I'd like to go back, probably with friends next time.
It's nice to walk through.
This is just walking through the chapel bit. Might as well go up to the cross. This was in June, or the day that was forecast rain. And I woke up and the weather forecast had changed to no rain till 5 PM, so I was going past the mountain anyway, so I thought I'd stop in. And there weren't many people around. So that was the yellow route up Mont Saint Victoire. You need to be able to use your arms. You need to be able to do past the Berger, I think. Do those climbs first. And make sure it's not windy or rainy.